Okay guys, now we have some special situations that we're going to look at. You can have a parabola, for example, that looks like this. It's a pretty dodgy parabola, but it will do. Okay. Now for this parabola, it's touching the x-axis at, let's say, x equals 4. All right. In this situation, we can say that the function is greater than 0 in what situations? Okay, you can see that in almost all situations this function is greater than 0. There is only one case where this function is not greater than 0, and that is where x is equal to 4. Okay, so all you have to say here is the function is greater than 0, and the answer to this one would be where x is not equal to 4. Okay, so this function is greater than 0 where x is not equal to 4. All right, we have another one over here. So let's say that we have a parabola that looks like this. Okay, and in this case, this function, so function of x is greater than 0. It's always greater than 0. Okay, you can see that this function actually never gets below the x-axis. Okay, and we should label that. Okay, so this function never actually crosses the x-axis. It's never below the x-axis. So therefore we say the function is greater than 0 for all values of x. Okay, so this is always greater than 0. All right, the flip side of this is we can have the same thing with a negative parabola. Okay, let's move this on over. Okay, so this parabola here. All right, this time we will look at this parabola here. Okay, we'll make this -2, and we'll have another parabola over here. Okay, now with the first one, we can say this function of x is less than 0 for all values of x except -2. Therefore, we can just say the solution is that x does not equal -2. Okay, for the second one, this function of x is less than 0 for all values. So for all values of x. Done. All right, so these are the special cases. Now, usually where you are going to see this happen is where we have a square. So for example, if I said to you, function of x is equal to, say, x squared plus 8x, and I want you guys to have a think about what does our last term need to be if we want this to be a square. Okay, so this is going to be plus something. What is it going to be for this to be a square? Well, think about how we did completing the square. b/2 is equal to 8/2, which is equal to 4. So it's going to be 4 squared, which is 16. Okay, so this is our function. And this is a positive parabola, so we know that it's this shape. Okay, so where is the function of x greater than 0? Okay, this is an example of what you might get. So, where's the function greater than 0? Okay, let's firstly factorize it. So fx is equal to x squared plus 8x plus 16. Okay, we can factorize this thinking about what we wrote back up here. You wouldn't normally have done that beforehand. I just did it to show you what that last value would be. We know that this is going to be x plus 4 squared. Okay, so we have x plus 4 squared is greater than 0. That means x plus 4 equals 0, or x plus 4 is 0. So we don't have to write them both. So x is equal to -4. That's going to be our point. Okay, if we draw a sketch of this, okay, that means our parabola is sitting like this, okay, and it touches the x-axis at -4. So where is this function greater than 0? Okay, f of x is greater than 0 when x does not equal -4. Done. Okay, that's what we expect you to do for these ones. So enjoy.